When I was 16 years old, an inspired teacher encouraged me to take out a piece of paper and write down the qualities that I wanted in my wife, my future wife. So I did it. I took out a piece of paper and I started writing down some of the qualities that I wanted in a spouse. Now, I'd grown up in a broken home and marriage and divorce and seen all the mess there, so I knew I didn't want that. And so I started writing down these qualities, and I kept that paper with me. And I carried it for years. And I would just add to it. And every time I'd observe someone or meet someone or I'd go on a date and say, oh, I like this, or I'd go on a date and, oh, I didn't like that. And I kept adding to it. And I added to it for years. And finally I had this big piece of paper all written front and back, all covered in what I wanted in my spouse. And what I want to talk about today is the master plan, right? The master plan for life. We've got to know what we want. Right? If a ship leaves the port but has no idea where it's going, it just goes out and kind of floats around the ocean, kind of goes wherever. You've got to have a destination, a clear marked destination. You got to know where you want to go. So I want to encourage you to make a master plan, to write it out, keep it in front of you, and say, this is what I want my life to be like. This is the kind of spouse I want to be. If you're single, this is the kind of spouse I want to find. If you're, for what kind of parent do you want to be? What kind of quality in life do you want to do? What kind of work do you want to do? What kind of change or difference do you want to make in the world? Specifically, what do you want each day to be like? You know what? Design your life. And some of you may, yeah, right, you can't design your life. You have to do this. You have to do that. All these have-tos. No, and I'm here to say you can design the life you want and start working toward it. You can make it happen. But first you have to know, you have to have a master plan. Every great building, every great organization, every great project, every great accomplishment has a master plan. But each of us needs a master plan in our lives. Life is so precious and so important. We create these enormous business plans for business, and yet we totally neglect to have a master plan for our lives. What are you going to do in the next year? What are you going to do in the next 5 years? What are you going to do in the next 10 years? What's the big picture? The last thing we ever want to happen is we get to the end of our lives, like Tolstoy's Ivan Ilyich, lying on his deathbed says, what if my whole life has been wrong? What a tragedy. Don't let that happen. Right now, today, start with your master plan. Write out what you want your life to be like and begin taking actions right now, today, to design a great life. Make sure to visit determinedlives.com and sign up for free products and new updates. And have a fantastic day. Reach upward.